Welcome to Destination Divergence, episode 69.
Nice.
Nice.
This is the Might, Metal, and Magic group. We have the metal back. The metal is here now. Woo! Last week we were missing the metal, but the metal still pulled off a ridiculous move in the form of feeble-minding a Rakshasa while it was regenerating inside some sort of big tube full of boiling liquid. As everyone else burst down the glass. Yeah, crazy stuff.
I was trying to sing, but I said punk rock. Punk rock tried to destroy the metal.
Yes, exactly.
But the metal was just too strong.
Just too strong. The metal will live on.
Yeah, exactly.
Rock.
Very proud of having
tried to destroy the metal.
Exactly. It's true. They did.
Yeah.
They did try that actually.
Strictly a rock or a metal person. No rock here.
Unfortunately for the Rakshasa, the metal has 22 AC, just naturally, and that will go up.
That will go up.
Dear.
I only get harder to hit.
I'm glad you didn't stop that right in the middle of the sentence.
I only get harder too.
Perfect.
Numbers go up.
In other events last session, y'all are in a very large fortress that is crashing to the ground actively.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck, oh shit.
So let's jump right into that. How's about?
I'm not sure I want to be in a fortress that's falling to the ground.
I think we should probably leave.
I would rather jump out of the fortress than into the fortress.
All right. Fortress crashing all around you. You can see through the giant glass windows at the far side of the room, past the tube that you shattered, with the Rakshasa's body. No fur, no skin, just blood and bones, like splayed out across broken glass, pierced by the glass itself. Beyond that, those giant windows, you can see the ground approaching fast, as the bottom of the blade-like structure of this fortress has hit the ground and the entire structure is tilting forwards towards the ground with you inside it. What you doing?
Hey, real quick, I want to go rip out the Rakshasa heart.
It is in the middle of that liquid, but you may try.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Boots of Flying.
Your boots are flying. Okay. But by what means do you intend to rip out the Rakshasa heart? Are you literally running up and sticking your hand in there and just ripping and tearing, or are you trying to harvest?
Indiana Jones style?
What's the idea?
That's what I was thinking.
I would like to harvest, but I don't think I have time for that.
It's not a terribly easy situation to do that in. No.
So I'll just do my best to take it, to just cut open its chest with my short sword and rip out the heart.
Okay.
Probably damage it in the process, but
Yeah, quite probably, indeed. So the Rakshasa is themed. Where's the thing?
I don't even know if its heart's going to be useful. I just want it now.
So,
Or can I make a quick religion check for a part that would be useful? Or Arcana, either one.
no, I mean, the heart makes sense, I feel like, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just looking through Kibble's crafting real quick.
There.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just thought of this.
No worries, I like it. It just, we have to step out of the tables and things. So, I'm gonna say this is a survival check at disadvantage.
Oof.
And the DC's not gonna be low for you to get this thing out quickly and not damage the organ you're trying to remove.
Alright. $17?
Okay. Roll me a D100, please.
I'll flash it up to 22.
Alright. Milos helps out with a little bit of magic. 65 from the D100.
We get 65 Rakshasa hearts.
Oh fuck.
Yes, absolutely. No. You reach in. You kind of hack away with your short sword a little bit, trying to quickly pry open the rib cage, find the heart, and just cut around it. You're gonna bring a lot of the surroundings with it. You're just kind of trying to cut out enough that you can get the heart with it. You just get a whole load of Rakshasa guts that you're pretty sure has the heart in it.
All right, I'll take it.
Have a heart.
Great, can we get out of here?
Yep. How are we getting out of here, guys?
Do the windows look thin enough
The wall?
for Dross to smash, do I think?
They look about as thick as the tube that you were beating on before, so
Oh shit.
that took you guys a while to smash through. Also, you may add that to your inventory as a very rare arcane essence.
Nice.
Bakana, you have a method of moving to another plane, correct?
Yes, but I only have one for the prime material plane.
Well, I have one for the plane of ice, so we could just bounce out of here by 2 points.
Yep, sounds good to me.
All right, everybody join hands then.
Yeah, I'd say after that conversation and the hacking and slashing, you're already almost impacting on the ground. So this is your last
Everybody
ditch
grab
effort.
me right now.
I will go ahead and reach in my backpack and pull out my rod of security,
Yeah,
and I will activate it.
Rod.
Rod of security. Indeed. Oh, can you put that in the chat so those can get it too? I was gonna try
sure.
to put it in the chat, but I'm in private GM mode, so it didn't. Sweet. There we go. So,
that
use an
works
action
too.
to activate it. You and up to 199 other willing creatures to a paradise that exists in an extraplanar space. So, Jost, what does your paradise look like?
Drost's paradise is what he believes his where his people would live if they were not so oppressed. It is a large castle on a steep mountainside, a snow-crested mountainside, made of just plain gray stone, but the interior of the corridors of which have carvings and designs in more intricate metals and stonework. It is a multi-tiered, multi-layered fortress, basically, in the side of a mountain. And it does delve into the mountain a little bit.
All right. And as the spell says, it is stocked with plenty of food and water at all times. So
Is everyone
Is everyone
willing?
willing? That's a good question.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm willing to
that
get the
gets
fuck
us
out of here.
You feel a tug on your essence, and you see Drost holding a rod that appears to be attempting to suck you into it.
I'm willing but slightly concerned.
I will be sucked into any rod that belongs to Drost.
Yep, there we go.
But
Yo?
Weird.
real weird.
A little weird.
Where's the spray bottle? Down.
Bad.
Bad. No.
Right back to sounding again.
Oh god.
Assumedly, everyone's willing.
Yes, I will go in.
Everyone arrives in a different place. Some of you are in a dimly lit room. Others of you are in corridors. The corridor, like all locations, are lit with braziers in the walls made of some sort of bronzed metal.
Famous braziers.
There are blue lines that appear to be some sort of magical essence moving through the floor. And yes, they are walls and ceilings of just carved stone, and it is warm. There are intermittent windows everywhere where you can see a fierce snowstorm blowing outside.
Jesus. You couldn't have picked somewhere a little bit warmer?
You say into the room that no one else is in.
Oh,
He does still say it, though.
I do still say it.
Oh.
Drost is familiar with this location because he created it and no one else did. So
birthed
he
it.
will reach out to a wall and tap the wall and imagine in his head what location he wants to be at, and a pulse will follow one of the blue lines in the floor and guide him there. So I'm off to the kitchen.
Milos will look around.
Have fun, y'all. Are...
Completely lost.
Yeah, you guys are lost in a castle. Have fun.
Yeah, I know what's going on here. I assume I can see an enormous amount of magic right now.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, actually, yes and no. I mean, there's magic in different things all around you, and perhaps like Drost was just mentioning, certain things are enchanted to add certain, utilities to the place, certain conveniences. But
The lights, the guiding lines, yeah.
it's not a conjured space so much as it is a demiplane essentially. So everything in here is physical, made from magic originally, and there are magical rules that bind it. But it's I mean, it is physical as well, a physical object. It's not like a pure conjuration.
Like, it seems like it's full of magic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bricana.
Well,
Huh?
I'm counting, sorry.
there are less than 200 of us.
Yes, I am aware.
Well, I assume I'm in a room, right?
It's just the 5 of us, right? It's Drost, Eli, Bricana, Milos, Juno. Juno was in the orb.
Juno's in the pocket dimension. Little
That's
pocket
fine.
dimension.
She comes with us then. So it's just 4 people, right?
5
Other than you.
other than you.
5?
4. I mean, yeah, there are 5 in the party.
5? Alright, we have 40 days.
Oh, fuck.
40 days?
We have 40 days.
Okay, well, that takes some of the pressure off.
Oh, thank God. I'm going to find the nearest, comfiest looking room I can after wandering around for a bit. And even though I don't sleep, I'm going to lay down and rest.
Berkana, when you start envisioning the comfiest room you can find, you notice a little blue pulse starts leading away from you down the floor, and it seems like it's going in a direction.
Well, I may as well follow.
And that will take you to your tower.
Nice.
You have your own private quarters that take up a tower in this
Awesome.
snowy mountainside paradise.
I get a wizard's tower. Fucking nice.
Every wizard needs a tower.
That is true. That's pretty true.
Does the top look like a wizard's hat? Important question.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
Bricana's rise.
Picture a standard black mage hat.
For Kana's rise, yes.
Noticing that I'm on my own and Meko isn't with me, I'm gonna go off in search of her.
Same thing happens to you, except this time the pulse is leading to the person you're looking for, or the thing.
I don't remember who it's Meko, so I don't know who I'm gonna find, but sure, I'll follow the weird blue line as long as I don't get bad vibes from it.
Eli, I believe. It goes Kaneko on Eli on Drost.
Right, it's the stack.
Yeah.
The stack.
With like 3 Cs. 1 for each creature.
Yeah, feel free to explore. Josh is getting food and taking his gear off and relaxing.
Yeah. I guess I'm just trying to get my bearings.
Yeah, I'll just like walk around and wander.
Did Leroy lose some of his bearings in the combat? They scattered all over the floor. Had to find them.
Believe it or not, he actually doesn't use a lot of bearings. You'd think, because they're so user serviceable. But no.
Eli, you end up in the library. You take a couple turns. You started in like a kind of officer's lounge kind of area with some fireplaces and drinks. You take 1 or 2 turns and you end up in a fully furnished library.
Cool. Is there a fireplace in this fully furnished library?
There is a reading nook.
All right.
It does include some very comfy chairs, a fireplace, and just some standard accoutrements, some drinks, whatever.
I'm going to find the thickest, longest books that I can find in the library. I'm gonna bring them over to the little reading nook with the fireplace and the drinks and stuff.
Mhm.
I'm gonna throw the books in the fireplace, throw the liquor in there, and set it on fire. I'm gonna have myself a little toasty fire going.
The bookshelves are full, and most of them contain. We can find quite a few many things. There are no books on magic or ones that would teach skills, but there are plenty of books of tales, folklore, stories, and histories, and general.
I'm gonna burn the history books first.
I'm gonna burn the history books first.
Yeah.
That is poetic.
It's boring.
That is so poetic. Well, have fun with your book burning.
I will. This is the most chaotic thing I can think of doing in this area.
I think
Fair
setting
enough.
the whole library on fire would be the most chaotic.
All right, we're just setting the
Oh
room
my
on fire
God.
and walking away. Good luck to anyone else who wanted to go to the library.
Don't worry, it'll put itself out.
I'm slowly wandering down the hall, clutching
my
my
God.
quarterstaff.
Wait, does it put itself out quickly, and is Eli just there continually trying to light it on fire?
It does put
Asking for a
itself out
friend.
fairly quickly. You will notice after several minutes of burning, the fire will simply fade into non-existence. The smoke gets eaten by the rafters, and the books simply are back where they were.
Motherfucker! I'm gonna do it again.
I'll fucking do it again.
I'll fucking do it again.
I'm glad Eli found something to occupy his time. Are you wounded, by the way?
Yes.
Alright, you just ignoring that?
I'll heal myself up a little later.
Koneko is just kind of like paw at Eli, clearly confused.
Yeah, I guess
I'm just gonna give her
you guys
give her a little
wouldn't-
scritch and just continue.
wouldn't be aware of how the spell worked without Dross telling you ahead of time, or how the item worked without Dross telling you ahead of time. But you spend time in here, you will just be automatically healed.
Yes, you are healing as time passes. You do recover 1 hit die per hour in terms of healing, but we have many hours to be in here, so it doesn't matter.
To be clear on that, you do not spend a hit die, you don't gain a hit die back, but you regain hit points as if
Yes.
you use your hit die roll to gain
Yes.
hit points per hour. Yeah.
Yeah, I just meant for the rate.
Yeah.
And we don't age while we're in here.
But
Bug?
does time still pass?
It does.
Like, we still have a Roxasha to hunt down.
Time does pass. We just don't age.
Well, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Put a druid in here. Do they start getting younger?
Probably.
Time to find a druid.
Yeah.
All right. What is everyone looking for?
I'm looking for Koneko.
I guess I'll.
Like, very slowly and cautiously. Because I have no clue where the fuck I am, and I don't have Koneko to help. Or regular
Once
Neko.
after a few hours, when I'm mostly healed up, I'll probably go try to find Drost, since this is his thing.
Yeah, I guess I'll first try to find like a workshops to actually get to examine the Hellfire Steel, and then maybe go to the library or something.
Leroy, the paths will take you deeper into the castle where it starts to blend with the rocky mountainside, and you notice the walls get rougher and are a little more like unrefined stone. And eventually it takes you to a very large forge room with all sorts of tools and equipment, and there appears to be a segment of it where lava is coming out of the mountainside, providing a heat source for the forge. You should have the tools necessary in there.
All right. Yeah, I just want to spend a little bit of time familiarizing myself with what they changed, seeing what I can see.
Key. Trying to remember all the ideas I had for rooms and shit in here.
Rooms are cringe anyway, so
They're cringe.
yeah. This is pretty cool though. Eventually I'll go find Verkana so that we can figure out how to get us to safety.
Was someone looking for me?
No.
Me, yeah.
You will find Drost in the kitchens. For the first time since you've met him, he has all his armor off.
He is fully nude.
Yo.
He is sitting in a plain tunic and pants,
Weird, he wears
Thanks
dresses.
for clarifying.
and enjoying some food and drink that seems to be readily available in a kitchen. He's in the mess hall.
Awesome. I'm gonna go find a giant piece of meat. And
It is reminiscent of a meat hall, so a giant leg of meat is. It's not only available; it seems to just fit in perfectly.
wonderful. Cut
There
a massive hunk off of that shit.
There are horns for drinking, and all sorts of other stuff.
No, what's the others? No, we don't know.
You can feel free to make it up. Feel free to imagine. I can't
so
do all
it's
the
for
imagining
pegging.
here. It's for
It's an
pegging.
imaginary game. You use it.
Yo.
There's stools, but one of the legs goes upwards.
So it's kind of unstable.
I think it's more of a go fuck yourself.
That is what that would be for.
That is.
So I'll get my food and get situated and then be like, so what is this place?
And, I suppose it is my mind palace. Yeah, well, we were in the House Larendar city.
Shit, fuck. Food. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Someone else take over.
Ruining RP.
That's fine. Everybody else knows the story. We'll get to it later.
The stress of the situation finally catches up to Bracana, and she kind of just zones out.
Lapses.
Dies.
Yep.
Oh no!
All the
Shwayne's
lives.
like that. Oh.
Yes. So, out of RP, we have 40 days. Time
We have
will
significantly
run.
less than that.
Normally, we will be healed before nighttime comes. You can long rest here. While we are in here, time passes outside normally. And when we leave, we will reappear where we left.
So in the
Okay.
air.
Can we leave by magical means and not reappear where we left?
That is a Jordan question.
Repeat the question.
If we plane shift out, do we get yoinked back to where we were?
It is a demi-plane, so as far as I know,
Because we're not on the prime material plane anymore.
you can plane shift in and out as if you are on any of the planes, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't have a plane. You wouldn't necessarily have a way to plane shift back because you wouldn't have something attuned to this location.
Right,
Yes.
but he has a pipe.
He has a what?
That
I have a
pipe he
rod.
uses?
Yeah, I have a
It
rod.
is limited. Has a limitation
It-
on use. Has to be
It has
used.
a cooldown.
Is 10-day cooldown. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it's close to like half an hour. That's
Yo.
damn.
Yeah, you could plane shift out. I would say it doesn't look like the magic item was designed with that in mind, so it doesn't have wording for it, but I'll just say, yeah, it's not like it's going to yoink you back magically just because you happened.
Okay.
I'd say it probably puts anybody back who's still in there. That's probably how it should be
Right.
worded.
Well, then that sounds fine.
I'm back. Sorry.
Yeah, you just held up the whole session. I just want you to know that.
Yeah.
I would never do that.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I get it. I understand. Some things are more important.
Listen, food. Food is important.
Food is
Food
important.
is important.
Food is important.
Keep being told that food is important.
Yeah. I think probably I've told you that.
Once or twice.
All right. Well, unless people have specific things they want to do, we have time.
Yeah. Guess we can recover, get our wits about us.
I'm still arguing that we don't have time.
Why don't you think we have time?
We have to reach the other guy.
Regenerating.
Yeah, we got to reach the other guy.
Well, should we
We
go?
would probably be
right away?
regenerated no matter what.
Yeah, Jordan wouldn't let us skip 2 boss fights.
All right.
Anyway, I'd like to cast Fetal Mind.
I was saving this for an emergency situation because I can't use it again for a week and a half.
Well, I'd say that was an emergency.
Well, that worked, yeah.
We were close to crashing, and we're all hurt, so I took the initiative.
Sure, yeah.
We have time to rest and recoup in here, but I can't use it again, probably till we leave hell.
Well, I think Bacana and I have a sort of workaround for that.
Though I don't know if we could get to. Would I be able to plane shift towards around the area of the other Rakshasa?
You're not
If-
familiar with the location. You just knew
But
a
I know
direction.
It's a location on the plane, though, right?
You could plane shift. Well, Yeah, but you don't know the location. You knew a compass point from where you last were. So you could put yourself
Oh.
anywhere along that line somewhere if you wanted to.
Hmm. So we couldn't be like Mordekaiser's fortress.
No.
Damn.
Doesn't she also have like
Damn.
an idea of the distance?
Not
you-
particularly.
That is fuzzy, and this place also is not the easiest to navigate. There are how do I put this? Let me see if I can find it in the book, how the book worded it. But basically, it's not just like a static place that just sits there. It's kind of wibbly wobbly, and things move, and things are put in your path based on what the world itself decides gets put in your path, rather than what's actually logically.
It's
physically
in a
in space.
perpetual state of flux.
There you go. Flux both from chaos and from some sort of evil will.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Will.
What?
Yeah.
Will is
Yeah. So I don't know. Joss doesn't have anything to do.
Yeah, I don't have anything serious to do.
If we wait, so the next day after I get my spells back, I want to try going up to Eli, and casting
Well, hi there.
I still don't think I've got
What's your name?
remove curse.
Does seem like Eli's been sort of cry for helping
Just
recently.
to see
huh?
if I don't know if I can remove the alignment shift.
All right, give me a second.
I don't know if it'll work, but I figure I can try.
Remove curse is what you're casting.
That's all I got.
Well, that feels fuzzy.
Does not seem to have any effect.
Alright, well, shit. Alright.
Hmm.
What's up? What was that?
So, you know how the hell tends to mess with people, right?
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Oh. All right.
Do you have greater restoration or any kind of restoration spell?
Do I have a greater restoration spell at my disposal? I mean, not currently. I'd like to rest up a little bit, but I have lesser restoration at my disposal.
You might want to try that on yourself. Actually, what does only greater restoration do alignment?
Not sure
I
that
don't
greater
know.
restoration even specifies that. Greater restoration can remove one curse, charmed, or petrified, any reduction to ability scores, or one effect reducing the target's hit point maximum.
Oh, Jesus Christ, so I just can't.
Exhaustion by one. Yeah.
How the fuck do you fix someone's alignment?
Patience.
Roll me an Arcana check.
26.
I'll say Arcana because you have especially. I mean, you are thinking of a magic spell, so I think Arcana is really a religion could have worked as well. But either way, 26 is high enough because you have specifically worked with religious magic before. You are, part of a religious order and all that. You've heard of the spell Dispel Evil and Good that you think would serve this purpose. It is a cleric and paladin spell.
A spell no one can cast. Fuck.
Yep.
I still don't understand why you were. Oh, you know what? I'm just not going to think about it.
Eli, when you were younger, would you have tried to burn?
When I was a young boy. I mean, what? Sorry.
Well, you're certainly not the savior of the broken and the damned right now.
Of course I'm the savior of the broken and the damned.
You're burning books for fun.
I mean, like, I'm trying to stay roasty toasty, my dude. Also, it comes back. It's not like I'm doing any harm. Oh, Koneko's over here. I'm gonna move my little robe of eyes, and it's just gonna
I'm
be.
super lost.
Oh, okay. Has
Yeah,
anyone
just sort of
seen
wandered
Milos?
in
By the way,
halfway through the conversation.
I have his cat, and like, she's nice and everything, but I think she's being a little freaked out from all the fire.
No, I haven't seen Milos around recently. I haven't found him
Alright.
yet.
Hopefully, he didn't get caught in the fire.
I
Probably
will
not.
wander around looking for Milos.
Alright, bye.
If you just think of someone, the castle will guide you to them, I say as I walk away.
I was thinking about chaos.
Chaos. Oh no.
Ooh, I'm gonna think about chaos right now. Chaos. Nothing happened.
Hmm. Maybe chaos isn't a person? I don't know. Why did you think
Maybe
of
you've
that?
already found chaos.
I am the chaos.
Oh boy.
So, what are we doing in here?
Good
Hmm.
question.
Oh, just kind of vibing, really.
What are we doing, or what can we be doing?
Sort of a should, I suppose.
Just take the time you need to recover, and we can move on.
Oh, okay. Well,
That is it.
that spell left me a bit pooped. I could use about a day.
We have the time.
All right.
We can be here for 40 days and nights.
Okay. Does time pass out there at the same time?
Yes.
Okay.
There is
So-
no trace of us out there. No one knows we are here.
Well, I'm just concerned that since that was Darasteron I killed, right?
Mordekash.
No, Mordekash.
That
We have
was
to go after
Mordekash.
the restaurant.
Oh no. Anyway, he'll probably be a little bit more birthed by the time we get to him, if we spend a lot of time in here.
He probably will figure out this.
Right.
Would I have a general idea of how long it takes a Rakshasa to regenerate?
Roll me a religion check.
34!
That's a lot.
Holy shit.
It's a lot.
Holy-
So,
That's more than I
Expertise.
roll on shit.
indeed, it's it can vary by quite a lot. Lesser Rakshasas, the weaker ones who don't have much influence, like the foot soldiers and such, it can take months or years even. It can take an incredibly long time. But the more powerful one is, the more magic they have access to, and the more influence they have, the more resources they have at their disposal to accelerate that process. And it can be more in the order of weeks.
And how long is it?
You guys have been down here a good number of days at this point, right? 5, 6?
Yeah.
Something of that order, right? So you got down here, you got chased in vehicles, and well, since you killed Darasteron, it's been even longer because it was overnight. It was an overnight flight you took. Then you took a trip down to Hell. I think you might have. Did you have a rest in Burkana's place, or
I don't
just get
know.
supplies and move
trade
on? Yeah.
I think we got the supplies and moved on.
Okay. So then you spent the rest of that day getting down into Hell, getting chased by vehicles. Another gang tried to chase you down, and kind of some raiders tried to tackle you. Then you rested. You got chased by hell wasps. You got free from that situation. Catalina died. You rested again. You crossed the river. You found the Emporium. You rested there just once, right? Just one night there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you hit the road, and then I believe you rested again. So this is like the 5th day, right?
That sounds about right.
5th day since that incident.
Okay, so we can have maybe another week before he's fully regenerated.
Okay. Probably don't want to push that too hard, eh?
No, considering we also need to figure out transportation again.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we should probably just a day here.
Since we aren't going back up to the surface.
Not for the moment. Do you want to go up to the surface?
Ideally, I would be able to mitigate the effects that this plane has had on most of you.
I have no idea what you're
really
talking about.
noticed must have a significant effect.
Notice much?
You need
Wait,
to
did
be
I
a
make
look.
it there, or am I still lost?
Pretty
If
hard
you
to be
want to
lost
make
in
it
here.
If you want to be there, you're there. Put it that way. If Milos wants to be lost, he's lost. So are you lost, Milos?
I'm still very, as far as I know, unless someone's found me, I'm still very cautiously, like, checking one door at a time, looking for Koneko.
Oh, then you would have found Eli.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then I'm
if
not
you're looking
lost.
for Kaneko, you would have found Eli pretty quickly. So Eli was in the library though. Did Eli join up with the rest of you?
Well, yeah.
So then you're all together.
Yeah. I honestly don't know what you're talking about. You seem a little worried. Do you want to, like, sit down or something?
I just kind of look at you like not amused.
That's why I want you to sit down, because obviously something's wrong with you.
We've been in hell for 5 days.
Yeah, and it hasn't been pleasant. We've been fighting a whole bunch of things. You also don't look good. Like, you want to, like, rest up and heal? My dude?
I already rested for a couple hours, so I'm sure I got at least some of my HP back.
Yeah, so that's a good question. So you guys got here. You've had these conversations. Has it been an hour? Has it been multiple hours? What are you guys like? You have some time to kill because I mean, you took a long rest, hit the road, and like only a couple hours later you're here. It was probably only 6 or 7 hours total, I think, since your last long rest. So you got some time left before you can even hit another long rest.
I mean, I want to say with, like, how slowly and thoroughly I would have been looking, it would take at least a couple hours for me to find Eli.
My idea is that I would basically take a short rest in the Wizard's Tower.
Oh, okay, and before joining up with people. So we'll say like 2 hours have passed at least at this point.
Yeah, I would say I probably would do a short rest of.
Everybody can hit a short rest on.
You know.
Ooh. Wait, that doesn't do anything. Damn it.
Very sad.
Oh, if it's been 2 hours, we get to roll 2 hit dice, right? Without rolling
No.
hit dice?
Short rest you can roll as it. Oh, you're regaining
that's
one
it.
hit die per. Yeah.
Cool. So it's 4 plus 14. We're vibing.
Sweet.
I did not take any damage during that whole combat.
All right.
Nope.
A lot of little shits tried to hit Leroy, but I think
Really hard to hit Leroy.
They would have had to like roll a like an 18 to 20 to hit, so they just didn't. They
Plus
did not
the
have a very
first.
high bonus.
Yeah. Also, I don't fault you for forgetting this one, but he gets to impose disadvantage on the first attack against him.
That's true as
Eli
well.
does? Or
Yeah, Leroy does. Yeah.
Oh.
That's a gulag
That's-
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Some psychic
It's okay.
fuckery.
Yeah. Entropic ward. Anyway, it didn't matter.
Yeah, didn't end up being necessary.
Right, so we've got what, a week?
40
About
days.
the
Berkana-
regeneration.
Yeah, Berkana estimated a week for the regeneration.
Oh.
Yeah. Time limit.
Time limit in here though, 40 days, correct.
So I guess there's two ways of looking at it. Either we're gonna make it in less than a week and have a chance at being there in time. And in that case we need to like leave sooner rather than later. Or we can assume it'll take more than a week to get there. And at that point it doesn't matter how long we chill, right?
Those are valid assessments.
More or less. Unless he had something time sensitive going on that he might go back to the material part of. No, back to Eberron. Because we're still on the prime material plane, but this isn't Eberron. Right.
Yeah, this is
Well, I
Kyber.
mean, he is the king.
The in the great
Was that more
creation
to-
story of Eberron, there were 3 dragons: Eberron, Kyber, and Sybaris.
Okay.
And Kyber killed Sybaris, and in retaliation, Eberron fought Kyber, and they wrestled until they both died. And Eberron won the battle, having pinned down Kyber, and because of that, Eberron is over Kyber, and Sybaris is shattered into the rings above.
Wow, that's intense.
That's metal. Holy
That is
shit.
the creation story of Eberron.
Well, shit.
Yeah, Eberron is pretty metal.
Damn.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sybaris became the heavens, Eberron became the earth, and Kyber became hell.
For the Greek version where they just gambled.
That's significantly less metal, though.
True.
So, what are you guys up to? What are you doing?
Can I make anything? I don't know what I would want to do with this very rare essence, but I want to make something with it now.
Well, what proficiencies does Berkana have?
Religion, investigation, history, arcana, survival.
Any tools?
Tools. Shit.
Cool proficiencies,
So
rather.
probably just arcana then for enchanting is what I would get. Yes.
Can I enchant my armor for fire resistance or something. No, I don't want that.
Let me page display 2-page view. Here we go. So she's trying to navigate. Let me find the armor enchanting tables and look for very rare essence. I mean, either way, you're probably gonna need some scrolls and stuff, right? That's the trick, because no one ingredient makes very much, unfortunately. But yeah, there's armor of resistance. +2 armor can be made with very rare arcane essence, rare divine, rare primal, and a whole fucking list of scrolls.
Jesus.
5 scrolls. Armor has to be worth 200 gold pieces to start, or 2,000 gold pieces to start, and all that. Yeah. Not much in the system is just slap an arcane essence on it and call it a day.
I figured, but goddamn. No, like me having some spells myself wouldn't be helpful.
You can substitute one scroll in a recipe for a spell that you know, but it is considered an exhausting process when you do it that way. There's a whole bunch of rules for that.
Shit.
You could make the scrolls ahead of time if you know the spells as well, but you'd need materials for that.
I probably can't really do anything with this right now then.
Yeah, unfortunately, that might be tricky.
Because I don't think spell scrolls will be on this plane.
I'm looking through to see if there's anything with a particularly short list of things that would match up, but ammunition is pretty cheap to make. If you wanted to enchant some ammo.
I guess I could give that to Milos.
I like that the luck blade it requires 2 scrolls of wish.
Wow.
That's pretty great.
That's a big fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. You could see if anyone else was working on any projects that would be handy for as well, or just, I don't know, whatever.
I guess, considering I'm gonna die in here anyway.
This is Bracana's march towards death, yes.
Oh no.
I still feel bad about it.
That's really sad.
I mean, hey, you could just take my burden.
No.
If you feel that bad about it.
No, I don't feel that
No.
bad.
We don't.
Eli definitely doesn't feel that bad right now.
Oh, I was thinking more Milos.
Oh, Milos is already fucked, so might as well.
Hey,
Milos' soul is super
a celestial
already.
and 2 demons can duke it out over his fucking soul.
Honestly, that sounds pretty amusing.
Got real quiet.
Yeah, I don't see anything in the enchanting list that's particularly easy to make, unfortunately. Oh look, the Ring of 3 Wishes, which requires
3 wishes.
Yeah, 3 scrolls of wish. Pog.
It'd be really funny if it required 4.
3 scrolls of wish.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to be a level 17 plus spellcaster to do it easily, and to have wish on your spell list. It's a Ring of Wishes. Nah, yeah, scrolls are weird in D&D.
Yeah.
You can't cast it if it's
they're-
not on your spell list already, and if it's a higher level than you can cast, then you have to roll a check for it. Or you just waste it.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Just like,
But
yeah.
it does let you essentially stock up extra spell slots of things that you can cast, so that is nice.
That is true.
But they're also kind of expensive to make.
Yes. Yeah, it's very expensive to break the bounds of your spell slots, but I feel like that's a worthy expense. If you really just need a shit ton of spells in a day, you can technically do it. Just hard.
You just have to be a warlock.
Yeah, true.
warlock bullshit.
Don't know what you mean.
I'm trying to look through any of this other stuff because you only have Arcana, so there's a pretty limited amount of things you can do with crafting, unfortunately.
Hmm.
I'm not really seeing much else. It's like rune carving, even these masons or painters' tools, or calligraphers or woodcarvers' tools, which we adapted to weavers for Nakarth just because it made sense.
Right.
But yeah.
Well, shit. I guess I can
Sag.
bring it to Drost and be like, so I have this. I can't really do anything with it without a fuckload of spells, and I'm gonna die before I can get those, probably.
Why do you just have a pile of organs?
Oh, I would have cleaned it up so that I could pull out the heart.
That is disgusting.
I mean,
Not
It's-
really.
Yes, I will take the Rakshasa heart.
What's
Alright,
that
cool.
used for?
It's a very rare essence. You can use it for whatever you wish. I was hoping to put Fiendbane or Rakshasa Bane on my short sword or something, but I'm sure that's expensive and has more requirements than we have available to us.
Enchanting Bane. I actually don't see anything Bane in the crafting thing. Yeah.
Rip. Or demon slaying or whatever. Because there's sort of dragon slaying.
Oh, sort of slaying. Yeah, that would probably exist. Slaying.
Laying?
Sort of laying.
Yes. That's exactly what I
Lay.
said.
Sorry, the bard in me came out.
Apparently.
Yeah, the examples that I see in here of Slayer weapons, like Giant Slayer and Dragon Slayer, are the two that I found. Both require... Well, the Giant Slayer requires an essence from a giant, so that fits the pattern, right? Get a Rakshasa essence to kill a Rakshasa. But also requires 4 other essences, an expensive weapon in the first place, and a scroll of magic weapon. The Dragon Slayer requires several other essences as well, and a scroll of bestow curse. So I'd say as a pattern, if you know either bestow curse or magic weapon, and you have a way to cast those or whatever, somebody has a way to work with you on that,
I know magic weapon.
and you can scrape together the other essences, then that's probably a project you can do. Make a Rakshasa Slayer.
That'd be
Can
cool.
it be a Rakshasa Slayer that's a dulcimer?
That'd be a cool project.
Oh, also, well, I guess also this is still, you're still on day 1 right now. You're still kind of discussing before you even have gone to bed, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we couldn't go to bed right away anyway, right?
Yeah. If you want to take downtime, it would probably have to be the next day because you're pretty tired today.
Fair
You
enough.
need a day of like downtime to do downtime stuff.
How long do those tend to take?
So the Giant Slayer and Dragon Slayer are both 16-hour crafts. So
Okay.
at the very minimum 2 days. But you know, if you fail any rolls, it'll bleed over into the 3rd day. You'd also
Do we
need
even
to
have-
scrape together the other essences as well.
Yeah, that was my next question. Do we have other essences? And what level do they have to be?
So let's go with the Dragon Slayer. So the Dragon Slayer, I feel like, is probably the most accurate comparison here. Gen Slayer is also pretty good though. Requires 2 rare primals and 1 rare divine. I think in this case, your arcane, since it came from the Rakshasa, could be considered the 2 rare ones. It's very rare. So you'd still need 1 rare divine essence is what I think I would go with, and somebody who can cast magic weapon.
Well, we have the magic weapon thing, so.
But no one here can make a divine essence.
Oh no.
And we don't.
There is
Could I leverage my celestial bullshit?
One sec. 'Cause there is also synthesizing essences. I'm just trying to remember where that is in the book.
That should be at the beginning of the crafting section.
Yeah, I think I found it. Making essences, synthesizing.
We have a lot of arcade and not a lot of everything else.
If you so synthesizing essences comes from reagents rather than other essences, and you can create a divine essence out of 2 curative and 1 reactive of the rarity that you need.
2 curative. Fuck.
So you would need two rare curative, 1 rare reactive.
I've got 2 rare reactive and 1 rare curative.
I got nada. I haven't been doing much.
You can also salvage magical essences from unwanted or broken magical items. So if you have any magic items y'all aren't using and you really need this Rakshasa Slayer, you could potentially sacrifice something for it.
Well, those Slayer weapons are like categories of monsters. Can it just be a general like Fiend Slayer?
I'd say it could at least be a Devil Slayer. How's that?
That works. I couldn't remember which category was which, so I said Fiend.
So lawful fiends, yes. A Devil Slayer.
I mean, I have a Blast Scepter and an Everbright Lantern that I'm not using, so like, I don't know if that's magical.
Are you feeling generous, Eli?
I mean, I've never.
Either of those give divine essence.
Well, what were the 2 items? Sorry, that you.
I don't fucking know. Blast Scepter and Everbright Lantern.
I have that cooking pot.
Let's see. The Everbright Lantern is common, so it's not going to give you a rare essence.
All right.
The Blast Scepter. How rare is the Blast Scepter?
I think it's rare. I don't know.
It is
very rare. It's very rare.
Yeah, I'd say that would work. If you give up the Blast Scepter, then I'll say that'll work out.
So I got this Blast Scepter. Would this help?
Yes. Yes, please.
All right. And what weapon are we enchanting?
I was thinking my Flame Blade short sword.
So you're gonna convert it from a Flame Blade into a
I can't just add it on top.
No, you can't enchant an already magical item without removing the old enchantment.
Honestly, given Verkana's profession and current disposition, yeah, I'd probably give up converting.
So you'd be willing to convert the Flame Blade into it?
Yeah.
Okay, then you wouldn't even need to go with the blast scepter. I'd say at that point.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Removing the enchantment from the flame blade would get you an essence and would give you a mundane blade. So then you'd be able to enchant that right away.
Ta-da!
All right. So, are you gonna have Milos do it then? Because Milos knows the spell.
Can he supply the spell while I do the enchanting, or does he have to?
A crafter that is capable of casting a spell can replace the spell scroll and enchantment with the ability to cast that spell.
Then yeah, I'd ask Milos.
I mean, yeah, it'd definitely help.
So, for each crafting check you make in a given day, you have to cast the spell during that check. So essentially, you'd have to make sure you have enough spell slots available. For 8 checks in a day, I'm assuming you have far more than that at this point.
Easily.
Yeah. You get a level of exhaustion. This might take up more time to do it this way, because every check also incurs a level of exhaustion, and then you have to sleep those off and all sorts of stuff.
That's fine.
Oh, we've got 40 days,
Actually,
right, guys?
I mean, if we're giving up on time, that's fine.
I guess
Well,
I didn't actually want to, but yeah, we could.
do we have a restoration we could cast on him to remove the exhaustion?
That would have to be greater, right?
Would have to be greater,
I don't have that.
which also costs diamond dust to cast.
I don't have that either.
That's why they call them
I'll try
cocaine
that.
locks. You have to snort diamond dust to keep your exhaustion down.
Oh, jeez.
That's actually a pretty common myth. You don't have to snort the diamond dust.
Mm-hmm. Unless.
That is the
Usually-
normal
usually
application
just-
method,
just-
though.
Just putting it under your tongue usually does the trick.
It might
Yeah.
be, if you're planning to get this done as fast as possible and you have the materials, it might just be faster to make the scroll.
I don't have the parchment or the ink.
Does Drost have parchment or ink as a scroll scribe?
I have 10 sheets of parchment and an ounce of ink.
Are you asking if that is
correct quality though?
Are you asking if that is written in my inventory in Foundry currently?
Yes.
No.
Okay, because I think you had planned on making some scrolls before, so I thought you had purchased some, but
I have 3 sheets of paper.
it's not there. It's not there.
and-
making the scrolls, and then he bought the scrolls.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to the point where I could buy the scrolls and I just bought them.
There you go.
So many DIY people just
'Cause-
lose their lives that way.
Making that scroll would be a single 2-hour check, like easy. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, it would actually only be an hour for Milos because of artificer things.
Fuck!
But
We don't have
you would
magical ink.
need magical ink and parchment. Yeah, you need 2 common magical ink, 1 common parchment, and I'm assuming you have 1 common essence. It appears to be viable if well,
Hi,
the
Lily.
spell list is hi Lily. It would probably be common divine essence.
Yeah, I have common divine already, but
Double check the enchanting rolls again.
I mean, if we're gonna overshoot the respawning date, then I would totally want to attempt to finish one of my projects, but that would be a couple weeks in the not orb rod.
I don't think we should spend that long.
Yeah, I think
I thought
if we do
figured
less than a
one
week, we
day.
just rest here. Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't need to let Rakshasa get better.
Yeah, it would be nice to not have it get better. I have this weird feeling that it's going to be at full strength when we go to fight it, but Maybe
At
it
least it
won't.
will be there. It's better than arriving and then being told your Rakshasa's in another castle.
True.
Why does that sound so familiar?
Oh, because we've hunted Rakshasa before.
That's not what. You know what? Sure.
That's why.
Uh,
What you guys doing?
Drowning. There is no sign of land.
I would really like to try to do the thing.
Alright, it sounds like our current project is helping Burkana make a Rakshasa hunting sword before he dies.
Yep.
And then you guys can have a Demon Slayer sword too. You know, just take it.
You mean Devil Slayer sword?
Yeah, that.
Alright. Well, I will
Actually,
fire up the forges and lay out the
In Champion
hammers
Cast, we don't
and
need forges.
we're still gonna fire him up though.
what's the point of having a workshop if I don't get to use it?
Yeah, come on.
That's fair.
He's firing up the forges.
He's firing the forges.
Yeah.
Yep. So you could do it. It would just be the a lot of exhaustion on Milos, which could take quite a bit of time.
Yep.
Oh, he'll be fine.
I'm down to do it.
Ooh,
Right,
is this a time
paper?
when I could? Do I still have Dream? I do still have Dream. Start harassing Darasteron in his compromised state.
Threaten to feeble mind him too.
Unfortunately, Dream is only 5th level. Sad.
That is true. That's pretty true. That's really sad.
Alright, well, I'm willing to.
Actually, Leroy, if we're doing this sword thing, is there any chance I could get you to make some essence for me?
I probably could. I could also give you guidance while you're working on it, but that doesn't
I
always
prefer
work.
the essence.
That's fair enough. I'm happy to help.
I appreciate it. Oof. Oh,
Yes, I'm willing to donate my time to the enchanting necessary.
hmm.
Yeah, I will. I will do whatever is needed to help the process out.
I think every single one of us is proficient in Arcana.
That would make sense. We're a bunch of nerds.
Nerds.
Is this the plan? Should I start
Yeah.
rolling our
So
cottage?
it would be
Like,
after a
Yeah,
long
start-
rest.
Start
'cause
doing your
you've-
shit.
Yeah.
yeah, because I need full everything to be able to substitute the spell slot.
Indeed. And I mean, you can only do, well, man, the really tricky part about this is as well that like you can only really do one check per day and be neutral on exhaustion levels
Yeah.
unless you have a way to get rid of them. So it's pretty much going to be a lot of long rests and then just a couple hours of a day of getting rid of those levels of exhaustion, or getting a couple of hours a day crafting. Then you'll have to rest. Even if you front load it, you'll just be you'll have to rest again afterwards for several days in a row to get rid of the other levels.
Yeah. So it would be better to do one check, then rest, then one check, then rest.
Yeah, then you won't have disadvantage on the next check.
Mm-hmm.
And it requires 4 checks.
It is a 16-hour craft.
8 checks.
8 checks.
Oh God.
This is
Okay.
a minimum 8-day project now.
Oh, then I guess we don't have time for this.
Nope, that's too long.
That is a bit.
It's a choice you gotta make. If you want to wait for over a week, you can, and you'll get the sword. But
It's probably not worth it.
Yeah, not
Sword and
the,
dangling sword in front of us. Doom the universe. Wait.
do it. Do it.
I'm
I
sweating.
like the plan.
Do it.
Do it. Nope. Sounds like we're back on the base plan, which is go hunt a Rakshasa.
Damn it.
Yep.
So with that,
We
base
get to
plan
kill
in
something
mind,
this way, Sky.
Are you taking a long rest here?
I would like to take a long rest
Yeah.
here.
I know we
Okay.
get to kill something, but
And long
I want to
rest.
finish Meko, damn it.
Oh.
Oh well.
So, because you stopped only partway through the day previously, it's gonna be a handful of hours as much before you can long rest again. I'm gonna say probably a minimum like another 8 hours of just chilling here before you can start resting. So probably 16 hours. That'll be the next day, so that you can actually wait until it's nighttime again somewhere, even though neither this place nor hell has day or night. Still have to obey that 24-hour long rest rule. So yeah, that actually you could probably get away with more like 6 hours still technically, and wake up really early. It would be like 1 or 2 a.m. but have complete your long rest done, if that's what you guys want to do. You'd probably be a little bit off of your sleep schedule. Might be or just roleplay tired, but
I mean, we're literally in hell.
true, you're literally in hell. Okay, let's do that. So it's been 14 hours that you're in here. Far below your 40-day time limit. You may all complete a long
Fun
rest.
fact. Bug. Twist.
Whoa!
After your long
Nice.
rest, do you all have anything you want to do here before you bamf out?
Well, I'm gonna staff of healing it. So what is it? 1d6 plus 4. D6.
What are you, staff of healing?
Oh, I'm getting my charges back. 6
Oh.
charges. Yeah. Technically it's dawn, but since I can't tell when dawn is, it's just gonna be the long rests things, because there was dawn somewhere in between that. Like, dawn had happened.
Oh, did I not actually configure this properly? Hold on. How many charges does it currently have?
6.
Currently has 6.
Well, I had 0 before the long rest, but after long rest I rolled a 6, so it's 6.
So it has 6 now. Rechargeable.
Oh yeah, it did not recharge on its own. I had to roll for it. And
1d6
manually
before.
adjust.
Yeah, after long rest. Cool. I'll work on that while we do other things, because I can actually
Okay.
put the spells on the item and then they'll show up on your spell list and automatically consume charges and all that. But
That's pretty cool.
yeah, so I'll get that going. But either way, so you recharged that, you recharged your other things, you took a long rest. Anybody doing something while you're here in the not magnificent mansion? the magnificent Drost Paradise Castle.
The magnificent place.
Magnificent place.
I'm gonna get Juno out and feed her, cuddle her, etc. Make sure she's doing okay.
She's doing alright. She understands. She's been with you a long time.
No, she doesn't.
Meko
She's
for
like,
company.
Dad, why am I always trapped in the box?
Baby girl, you know it. It's pretty hot out in hell.
She doesn't understand. It just makes her really sad.
Shin. I think
Dresses-
dog would understand that inside orb nice, outside orb not nice, and then the dog would want to go inside orb. This is basic
I
survival
don't know.
skills.
Outside orb has you. Inside orb doesn't.
However, dog stupid, so dog be equally excited no matter what. You lock wife and dog in car trunk for a couple hours. See who's most excited to see you when you get out. Hint: it's not the wife.
Why? I let her out.
Hmm.
That's like my favorite, like, fucking analogy of like how much a dog fucking loves you.
Also,
Alright.
the dog's dead by then.
The dog is definitely dead by then, but this is a hypothetical.
If you look at the bottom of your spell list now, Eli, you should see a little magic item section with the charges and the spells and all that. So
Oh my god,
fancy.
that is
Foundry.
amazing.
Dog.
Dross
This
would
side
take
conversation brought to you by Inner World Gang.
Dross would take a trip up to the observatory,
Okay.
which is a little tower above the main section of the castle, where the ceiling of the tower is a projection of the night sky above.
Bug.
The night sky from where?
From the
New Hampshire.
mountains along the
Along the demon ways?
Demon Ways. That's the word I'm trying to think of.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, that's very cool. The Icehorn Mountains.
Exactly. And he would just kind of stand up there and look around a little bit and think some things and, you know, be happy to be somewhere that at least looks like home.
Alright, sounds good. How long do you think you'd spend up there? Or will this be part of yesterday's activities, this morning's?
Probably this morning's.
Alright.
It's you know, early late time-ish. So like
Holy late time-ish.
It'd be very early in the morning.
it's time to just hang out a little.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything while you're here? Your spare moments of comfort before you dive back into hell?
Feel a little bored, honestly. Want to go right back into hell now.
Oh,
If-
actually,
I was more brain as a person. I would want to do a contact otherworldly being, but I do not.
all right. Everyone who's had their alignment changed, roll me a 1d4.
Oh,
Can I roll a 1d4 anyway?
You can roll a 1d4 anyways, that's fine. Leroy, your alignment is back to normal.
Hey, Pudge.
Milos, your alignment is the same because your alignment has not changed. I think that's everybody. So, yeah, Leroy, you wake up feeling different, but different in a familiar way. Your
Oh.
mindset has changed, and you realize you've had some strange thoughts over the past few days.
Yeah.
disrespect your surroundings.
What?
Sorry, I had a dream.
Oh.
That is definitely a strange thought.
I had a dream.
Okay.
I wouldn't be evil anymore.
It's quite a dream.
Dross is still evil?
Drost and Eli are still evil.
Rip!
Pretty owned.
Very sad.
Yeah, right?
Disrespect your surroundings.
I mean, Leroy, do you tell anyone that this happened? Do you mention things are weird?
No, I'm just feeling a little better. It's probably being in hell thing.
Yeah, probably just moving to a more friendly location for a little bit has been good for you.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Any other things while we're here? Or is everybody rearing to just dive back into hell?
Let's
We
go
go
to
back into hell.
hell.
All right.
But we could craft a cool sword.
Nope.
Could.
Back to hell. Let's go.
You could do it though.
Eli would get way too bored in that amount of time.
All right.
He does have infinite books to burn.
But
That
they
is a
keep
pretty
coming back.
interesting Task.
That's
That just
what
means
infinite
more
means.
Books to burn.
That's like bottomless fries.
You're bottomless fries.
So Dross,
There you go.
I don't even
You-
understand the insult.
you can end the effect on this place as an action with the rod in your hand, and then it will go on its 10-day cooldown.
Yes.
All right.
I can.
But will you? You are still evil. You could trap the party here.
I could trap the party here.
You're like, no, we're
You
making
trap
the sword.
Except not, because several of them have
We
plane
have-
shift.
2 copies of Plane Shift just on deck.
Yep, true. You could
Alright.
trap Eli here.
Yep.
I like being here.
For now.
So, how do we want to get the fuck out of here?
Well, if it spits us out where we were before, it'll spit us out in midair, right?
Good question.
I'm pretty sure
true.
yes.
It says
It says the same space.
yeah, same space or an unoccupied space nearest that location. Yeah, so it
Oh,
would
good.
spit
We
you out
won't
where you
take
were.
damage from being shunted.
No,
You won't
you
take
will
damage
not
from
be
being
shunted,
shunted.
but we may appear in midair.
It's possible.
Or somewhere in the middle of the wreckage, because we were pretty close to the ground at that point.
Yep.
Well, if you want to get us out of here, I can hold a featherfall.
Do we want to do that, or do we want to plane shifts to save that for later? Because that is a big spell slot.
Save plane shift for later.
Save Plane Shift for later.
Alright, hold on to your asses.
I cannot guarantee we would be closer
Hold
to
it.
the restaurant.
And I will, after regearing and everything, hold up the rod and trigger it.
All right.
And suddenly,
Yes.
And,
Draw
It's a lot-
with his rod.
and
it's a lot
I'm
warmer.
holding featherfall.
I kind of imagine you guys out in, well, you might have been in like the common area you described before, this place where you're all like ready to eat and drink and such. This perhaps this is where you had breakfast. Then you gathered around. The floor and the walls and the ceiling around you just kind of fade into darkness as this place is dispelled and returns into the rod for use at a later time, but the magic will need some time to recharge. And then the world fades back into existence around you, only now the air is hot and smells like sulfur. It's way too humid here. The ground all around you is red. You realize you're standing on something already. You don't need that feather fall.
Well, I was holding it already, so I lose the spell.
I don't think you can
Isn't
hold
that a
reaction spell
reaction to
anyways, so,
cast?
yeah.
Oh,
it's
you
all
can't?
good.
Okay, well, great.
It's already a reaction, so it's extra. It already basically has that benefit baked in.
hey, what's around us?
It would be weird for you to hold a reaction to then spend your reaction to cast it, but because of that, you no longer have a reaction, so it like.
No, that doesn't make sense now that you.
Yeah, you already
say it.
spent your reactions. Now you can't yet. Sorry. Now you don't have a reaction to trigger your reaction. It's kind of weird. Reactionception. But you're all standing on the back of a massive plate of metal covered in red dust.
Hmm.
You are on the wreckage of the structure that was falling previously. There are bits of metal scattered all about. There are claw marks. Spots that look like they've been burned into, holes in the wreckage that have been cut open. And everything seems pretty well worn in.
Looted.
Potentially.
Yeah, I would love to. Hey, Leroy,
Yeah.
look around. Let's see if there's any magic shit just lying around. Especially if you can find the fucking Nala sword.
Oh,
Cool.
Nala's sword?
That thing
I
was
will,
dope as fuck.
Take a look around, see if there's anything magical catches my eye.
All right. What's the range on detect magic?
Oh, you know.
It's like 30 feet, right? I feel like that's my. I don't think it penetrates metal very far.
It's packed magic. No, it's innate. It's first level. 30 feet, yeah.
30 feet, and I'm
And
pretty
it
sure.
can penetrate a foot of stone. Well, it can penetrate less than 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of metal, a thin sheet of lead. These are the things it's blocked by, so less than
Yes.
these, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
So You don't see much magic around you other than your equipment and what is on your allies, all their equipment and such. Might take a little bit of searching and digging.
Don't
we
see
got
anything
time, we gotta
particular
find our
yet, but
car anyways.
Yeah, can I look around in search of vehicles?
Oracles?
burgles.
Sure.
Vehicles?
Yeah.
Give me an investigation check.
Ooh, can I assist with that?
You may.
I will also make one.
You may as well.
Glad I assisted
I didn't
Milo.
need to. Okay.
Describe to me, Milos, how you're searching around. Are you using anything to fly around? Are you just walking around? Are you... What's the deal?
I'm
It's a very large
mostly-
structure, so there's a lot to cover. I'm just kind of asking.
Yeah.
Sure.
yeah, I'm walking around gingerly, making sure I don't fall anywhere.
Okay.
And I've thrown Koneko into the air, with like, hey, if you see any of our stuff, just like come back and like nudge me in that direction. Thank you.
All right. And Bracana, since you're making a separate check and you can fly, I kind of feel like it makes sense for you to get bird's eye view, yeah? Does that sound? Kind of a different angle?
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
So Bracana will fly up a little higher while Milos covers the ground a little bit. So I'll describe a few different things here. I'll describe from Bracana's point of view first, just to give you the bigger picture, before I get into the details that Milos uncovers. But the giant blade-like structure, the flying fortress that crashed into the ground, appears to be mostly like structurally intact. It still is in the shape of a blade that has cleaved into the ground and is stuck there. A lot of the actual side panels and such have been crumpled or fallen off or sent flying, or parts of it have just been destroyed entirely. All sorts of things like that. There's no more smoke coming from engines or anything crazy like that. All that has been pretty thoroughly broken. And you can see all that. You can see a massive trail behind it where the tip of the blade sunk into the well, I don't know if you can even call it earth down here, but the ground, and made a large gouge as it began to tip and fall and break into the ground. And back behind that gouge is the scene of the battleground that you were seeing earlier. You see just corpses everywhere. And it's just kind of chaotic and a big mess around here at the moment. Milos, as you get closer, you figure it's probably best to start down at the base, the tip of the blade, the point that hit the ground first, and look around in that direction. So you actually head to that battleground location, and with a closer angle on seeing everything here, you find the bodies of these orcs and rakshasa and Goliaths, half-orcs, all of the above, just scattered about. Most of them have either extremely damaged equipment, or it appears that their equipment has been stripped of them. The place appears to have been picked clean. Bodies are strewn about unceremoniously, and they're already starting to rot. The smell is
Bug?
awful. So you continue through the battlefield looking for your vehicles. You find a husk of a vehicle. A burnt out shell that has also been looted. The wheels are missing. Most of the internals are missing. The structure itself has been cut open and pried apart. Take anything that could be of value.
Well, that's obnoxious. I'll mumble to myself. Like, very clearly, does not look fixable, right?
No, it does not look fixable. I mean, you feel like you could fix the structure back together, but it wouldn't be something you could just, reseal up and it would get running. You'd have to actually locate a new engine, new wheels, like all the parts that would be involved in this thing.
Might as well
Have
just build a
to,
new car.
Yeah,
Fabricate them?
potentially.
Hmm.
With a natural 20, before Leroy even gets down here to help look with magical sense, you stumble across a blade embedded in the ground, hilt up, with a hand still on it. the hand
no.
of a familiar Goliath, whose body remains crumpled and crushed next to it, but it appears that he never let go of the blade.
Don't fucking touch it. Don't fucking touch it.
I'll take a couple steps back and take out my crossbow just in case.
You can get a pretty
Gotta
good
double
look at the
tap that
sword
shit.
now. The blade and the pommel appear to be made almost of a black, glassy, like almost obsidian-like substance, much like the blade that you now possess, Milos. Just the hilt is
Interesting.
sort of a stony silver, almost look like devil's horns that form the hilt.
The hilt looks similar to the dagger I have too, or is the hilt of my dagger different?
Yours is different. I kind of picture that one as more of just like a clean blade rather than having like
Okay.
an actual crossguard or anything.
Yeah. Does
You should pick up the sword.
does the body move at all?
Doesn't appear to be.
Shoot it.
It is
I'm-
crumpled and crushed into the ground after hitting it at high impact. It appears to have landed on several other bodies. In fact, some of the only bodies in this area that still have armor on, as it appears they were crushed on impact by this falling body, and he's sort of, ground up into the armor a bit.
Don't
would
fucking
I
touch it.
would I be there as well since I was assisting Milos?
He would be.
Do I shoot him
You-
across?
You gonna pick it up or what? And just pick it up. He's dead.
Okay, I'll pick it up.
The hand does
Roll
not.
for.
The hand is not removed from the blade.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh no.
Well, I have a dagger.
Oh.
Can I just see if I can pull it out of the hand?
Give me an athletics check.
I'm gonna pull up.
Yeah, let me see if I can
Pull
get
up
it.
now.
Okay, I'll save my dagger for now.
The body is actually so mangled that you go to pick up the sword thrust and you actually tear the shoulder right out of the socket, but the hand
Oh,
stays
God.
on the blade. Then you
On the blade or the hilt?
on the hilts. Yes, I just
Right.
meant blade as a general
Yeah.
term for the sword. Then you just pry at the fingers, and you actually have to break the fingers open before they will make way. But you managed to do that. You're incredibly strong. They're just fingers, and you have the sword free.
I will shake the hand and say, "Later, Nola," and then I'll drop it.
Unceremoniously thuds and just remains there open.
All right, we'll find out what this does later.
Oh, here. And I'm gonna have Koneko like magnetized to the blade and just sit there.
I can't wait to tell Lemmy that I killed him.
Beep boop scanning.
Hey,
What is Kaneko doing?
Koneko is enabling me to cast Identify.
Okay. Identify.
I'm not gonna do it as a ritual, so it'll only take a minute.
Okie doke.
Which means I need to spend a spell slot. There we go.
The item does not have any charges. You learn that the item has a will of its own.
Oh damn.
Of course it does.
This
Yep.
is a sentient sword.
Yep.
I hate it. Okay.
You learn that it is incredibly good at hitting things, incredibly sharp, etc. And you gain a +3 to attack and damage rolls while using it.
Dang.
Attack. I did say that. Attack and damage rolls while using it. There are no spells affecting it, and it was not created by a spell. It does require attunement.
But it also has a mind of its own.
But it also has a mind of its own. The mind seems distant right now. It has not reached out to you yet, but you detect it with the Identify spell. But you also get the feeling it might not work with you, unless it wants to. Meaning, you might not be able to attune to it, unless it wants to.
Find out, Milos.
Something about its will not being its own, I think.
Oh, like someone owns it, or like...
Maybe I said that wrong.
like it has a will?
Yeah.
Oh, I know about that. What the shit?
Also, it's very sharp.
Alright, we'll wrap it up carefully, I guess. Might as well keep it with us on the Rakshasa gets it.
What is it?
It's a sword.
It's a sword.
Oh, cool. I have no use for swords. If you
It's a
find a
great
cool,
sword, I assume.
It is a great sword.
it's a decent sword. Let's be real.
I don't know. Looking at
French.
the craft, it looks like pretty great sword.
I would say
I
it's
think
like
it would-
mediocre. It's a mediocre sword.
I think it would be
It's not very
borderline
long
legendary.
either. I would say it's more like a short sword, if anything.
More of a legendary sword.
Alright,
It's a legendary sword.
assumingly this thing is incredibly fucking evil.
Oh, it's 100%.
I mean, Nala seemed to be a big fan of it. Nothing against Nala, but I mean,
I don't know everything against Nala on my end, honestly.
I seemed
Nala
like a
tried
really
killing
cool
me
guy until he
countless
turned evil
times.
and then started stabbing us.
I think only like twice. That doesn't seem quite countless.
That's countless for me.
You can't count to 2.
I can count to 2. What do you mean?
Yeah, do it right now. See?
Hold on, I need to roll a d20 to see how this goes. 1, 2, fuck you.
I think it'd be really funny. It's like 1, 3, fuck.
I was gonna do that if it was low.
1, 2, 5, 3, 7, 3.
I'll say you also notice something, Milos and Drost.
Okay.
And even Bracana, honestly. Anyone who rolled an investigation check here, you all rolled above average. Especially Milos, obviously, but this wasn't a particularly difficult thing to notice. Everything's been looted. Everything's been cut into. There's no signs of anyone around who has been doing looting or who has done looting. And everything is covered in a layer of this red dust.
Is it our boy
Yeah, you didn't mention
Smiler?
that before. What? Did he do red dust things?
No, I'm just making a joke about like things getting looted and Smiler coming back.
Yeah,
Oh.
what happened to him anyway?
I don't know. He might have died.
He's fine. He went to live on a farm upstate.
He went to cross the Rainbow Bridge, guys.
Oh, just like my first cat.
Bracana. You also notice that since you were last here, the location and distance that you recalled previously is different.
Ah, shit.
What's up?
The restaurant has moved quite a bit.
Do you think he probably has one of these flying fortresses as well?
Perhaps. Would I be able to tell if they're still in Kyber or if they're in Eberron?
Seems like still in Kyber.
Okay, well that's good at least. Like much further or closer?
Further.
Balls. Would I have a general knowledge of where he could be heading based on my knowledge of the Hells or of Kyber? Like tales of what could be down here.
Knowledge of what he could be interested in? Is that kind of what you're getting at? Like what would cause
Yeah,
him
like
to
where the
move? Like...
fuck is he going? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, roll me a religion check.
God damn, that's a 5. 20 total.
20 total is still pretty good. There are obviously a large number of important places down here. You don't know where any of them could be found, and on the tales you've heard of this place tell that it kind of shifts around, it is in flux. There's an evil will that sort of governs all of Kyber. Probably the will of Kyber itself. It sort of shifts things as it sees fit, so that nothing is ever truly set in stone or easy to navigate. But you are aware of a place down here with a 20. You're not sure the details of. But you've heard of a place here that is connected to Sybaris. Something that is important, that bears divine power, even in hell. And though hell tries to keep it out, though hell abhors it and attempts to destroy it at all costs, it remains.
Yo, how got rolled?
Goodness.
So obviously it is a place of great importance.
Would I happen to be able to sense it with my divine purpose?
You have a feeling that perhaps your divine purpose is why that place out of the others sprung to your mind.
Fair enough.
There are many other places down here. There are monuments to various ancient powers. There are the fortresses and forges of many other archfiends. There are tons of things down here. But out of all of them, your divine purpose, that one sprung to your mind first.
Huh. What was he... I turned to everyone and asked, what was he doing as a king in Eberron? Do you have any ideas?
The restaurant?
You seem to be doing
giving the shards over.
Hey,
things.
we don't talk about that.
No, we do talk about that.
No, it was an honest mistake that any of y'all would have made.
No, we were literally all standing there saying no.
I didn't hear y'all. You guys should have spoken up.
Yeah, I said no shot.
Yeah, we did.
I mean,
I
I
don't
didn't
think you
say
did.
anything, but
I don't think you guys verbally said anything, as your like maybe in your head or like
something.
maybe if some
Ross did
gods
say
were
something.
controlling you and they were saying it out loud, then maybe I believe that. But like I don't believe that you guys said that. I don't recall.
Well,
Was this a congressional
maybe just
trial?
don't do it again.
I don't recall.
Well, obviously not.
other than that, they have a big thing for undead over there.
Oh,
They
they're
do. They
real horny for
love
undead.
necromancy.
So he's probably like kinda responsible for that.
No, that
Oh,
was there before him.
We don't.
Probably.
How
No,
long was he around?
We
I
don't know how
remember.
long he's been there.
Weren't there rumors that?
That he was the same person as his grandfather? Yeah.
Right. Yes. Thank you. I was burping. Weird that robots do that, but everybody poops except
Oil
me. I don't
bubbles.
poop.
Do you poop, or did they program you to think that you poop so that way you appear more human-like to
Eli,
others?
I just said I don't poop.
All right. Let's keep going with the campaign.
D&D.
Jesus Christ.
This is totally D&D
Fuck
topic. I don't know
you.
what you're
I was going
Look,
to
guys,
keep
you
going.
love me. Love me, guys. Love me.
Anyway, I think he's heading towards a divine presence down here, and I don't think that's good. So let's go kill him.
Makes sense.
Aye, aye, Captain.
From what I saw in the B place, I don't think anything down here likes divine shit, so
Oh
Let's
no,
go-
the hell continuously tries to destroy it. It's a
let's
very
go
strong
beat up
divine
some
presence.
shit.
Hey, maybe we
I
can
guess,
get your divine
yeah.
essence there.
We go that way.
So you guys
Should we
walking?
like
How are we
find
getting that way? Like, are we just walking's our best option, isn't it?
It is, but is there a better way? I
No,
mean,
it's
I
the
could
best
always
option.
cast Windwalk on us.
How
You
long
could.
does
You
it
were
last?
really horny to cast that the other
Yeah,
day.
you really want to fucking cast that spell, don't you?
I just haven't casted it yet. I want to see how it works.
Honestly, at this point, we could probably just let you cast it. We're not in immediate danger.
It would
True,
let us move
and
that.
then also like it's the better alternate to, a vehicle. Like if we can't get a vehicle right now, that's probably one of our best bets. Unless we walk a couple feet and Jordan's like, "Hey guys, you see a vehicle? Do you want to steal it?"
Who's Jordan?
Oh, I'm not talking in my character voice.
Also, a reminder: y'all's souls are forfeit if you don't return a vehicle to Baba
My
Yaga back
soul is
there.
forfeit anyway.
Oh, I mean, it
It's
doesn't
okay.
matter to
Baba
you.
Yaga.
It's okay. She just wanted, vehicles back, not her specific vehicles.
I think she
That's
wanted
not
her
true.
specific vehicles back.
Wait, really?
No, she said any two vehicles.
Y'all might have to do a bit of murder on the way out.
Did
Have
she
to do
say
a
her
murder.
specific vehicles, or did she say vehicles? Period.
She did say bring these vehicles back.
Yep.
Is she actually?
She did.
Hey, so anyone up for some murder?
Hmm.
So we have to-
Oh,
Now
we
that you
just
guys
have to kill her.
now that you guys have seen Kyber and just how chaotic it can be, it may or may not seem to you that she may have known this was what was going to happen the whole time.
Alternatively, we could all make deals with devils and not have any souls to give her. Thoughts?
What?
I'm still on my way to stop existing, so just casually reminding everyone that
yeah.
Milos tamed me.
Milos is Milos technically does not have possession of his soul right now. But Milos doesn't feel any different because of that.
Okay, so we'll just kill her on the way out and call it good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Works for me.
Not
Yep.
having your soul only matters when you die. Then it matters a lot.
Right, but I'm a robot.
I mean,
anyway.
who's gonna make me not die? Like,
Do
Us.
Warforged have souls though? Important.
I don't
question.
know, and I don't care to find out for the moment.
Scholars still debate.
They do. Scholars do be
any-
debating.
Is there any way we can get we can rebuild those vehicles?
Not anymore.
Well, you're just missing one entirely.
Yeah.
I just drove off with it. The other one is a husk with no internal components at all. Just the metal body that's been split open and burned apart.
Jordan, did you want us to have no souls?
No, it's just the way it's worked out.
God
So
fucking damn it.
casual.
You guys still have your souls.
That's true. That is true. All right, turn us into farts.
All right. Farts.
Okay.
oh, it lasts for 8 hours?
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
go at 300 feet per.
This is like a plane ride.
Yeah.
Better than the vehicles. What?
Significantly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's pug.
Well, the vehicles, it's about 50% better than the vehicles. Well, no,
and we
didn't
don't have to burn souls for
But
it.
it's also better for about the
3
vehicles
times
because you don't have to
goes to
burn
vehicles.
souls,
True.
and no one we can't fight people, so we just kind of fly by.
Mm-hmm. So you can take the dash action as well, which the vehicles couldn't really do. So you'd actually 600 feet.
Per 6 seconds.
So
Why did
100
we
feet
even
per
take
second.
the vehicles in the first place?
Eli didn't have this spell before.
Yeah, I think it was I didn't have the spell before
Ah.
when we first came in. Otherwise, we would have just windwalked this whole time. Easy peasy.
Avoided every single encounter.
And avoided every single. No, Jordan would find a way.
There were bees.
There were bees.
Yeah. What if we
Bees
just
in
farted
clouds?
into the bees?
Hey yo.
Ayo.
Ayo.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that an
And give that a huh.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do transform. You guys become little clouds that scatters the red dust everywhere. And then you fly away.
Hog.
And
You solved your red dust puzzle? Question mark.
well,
We
nobody
walked
else
away from it.
commented on it, so
I'm
The red dust.
really confused about the red dust.
I
have no
well,
thought.
before while she's like, he's doing the ritual, could I like inspect the red dust? Like, what the fuck is going on with the shit?
sure. Investigation check. It might be that this has already been made clear, and I just oh fuck, yep. It might be that I already made this clear and just forgot that I made it clear, or I'm dumb and didn't realize that it was already made clear. Yeah, you guys weren't gone for a day. This place looks like it's been here this way for a bit.
Okay.
With a 30 on your investigation check and natural 20, it looks like it's been weeks you've been gone.
God damn it.
Oh,
Oh right, time's
Time's
wibbly
passing.
fucking wobbly. Shit.
but it's not the same time.
Oh, did it count as 40 days even though we ended it early?
You know what? I'll say with a
Possibly.
natural 20 and a 30, with the almost impossible level of skill Burkana has in this moment, it looks like it's been about 2 weeks since your last year.
Well, shit.
Maybe we should have made that sword.
Yeah,
Definitely should have made the sword.
It looks like this thing impacted the ground, scattered the red earth of this place everywhere, and then over the next few weeks, that just sort of like settled onto everything, and that's why it's been looted and all of that already.
That's
I could have had Mecha crafted by now.
Cool.
Sorry.
Cool. That's pretty cool. Cool. That's cool.
Cool.
Whatever.
Cool.
Let's get on our way.
All right.
And away we go.
That's where we'll pick
It's
up
just
from
got a
next
lot
time
harder.
with swoosh, the clouds flying away into the horizon. So you will be like actually 6 times faster than the cars.
Yeah.
Very fast. However,
It's speed.
there are rules for traveling without vehicles in Avernus, and I think I'm going to tweak them between sessions to make them significantly easier because you're fucking clouds flying through the air. But there's still
we are
still going to be
clouds.
at least slight repercussions. But yes, anyway,
We are a gaseous form
indeed.
with resistance to damage from non-magical weapons.
Well, this is the kind of thing where if you're an evil creature, it doesn't affect you. So some of you will be fine either way. But
Oh, I'm good.
Range, bro.
I'm a good little piece of gas, okay?
poor Leroy just became good again, or neutral, whatever Leroy was.
Just got better. Yeah, it was
got
neutral
better.
good.
Just neutral good. Just became good again, and now
Guys-
evil is bad.
I don't know what you're talking about
Wait, so
getting
basically I'm
better.
fucked is what you're saying.
Well, potentially, you would have been fucked if you're on foot. Now that you're gaseous clouds, I'm going to make the rules significantly easier than the rules for traveling through here without a vehicle are fucking nasty. They're meant to make you go like 2 hours away from camp and realize this is a terrible idea and turn around. And get a fucking vehicle. But because you guys have a spell to handle it, I'm gonna make them significantly less of a pain in the ass than they would have been. Because the default rules are every hour you make another Constitution check with an increasing DC per hour traveled that day against exhaustion. Just keeps
What
the
escalating.
fuck?
Yeah, it's nasty. So basically, by the end of the day, you're pretty much guaranteed to have several levels of exhaustion, unless you're just a god of con saves.
Oh, hey, I'm good at con.
But I'm gonna make it way better than that because you're clouds, easy cloud,
We're
Easy
cloud.
Cloud.
easy cloud.
Does it make it any better that one of the components that are required is holy water?
Yeah, we could say that's the reason why it makes it better.
Yeah,
Or
I like
holy
the
clouds.
flavor.
I don't know, holy clouds in hell though.
That
Holy
sounds like it
hell.
would attract bees.
Does sound like it would attract bees. Not the bees.
But we should technically be able to outrun them.
Oh yeah, no, you can easily outrun bees as these things.
Oh my god, what if we show up to Darascaron and we're like, "Hi, bees!" and we fly by and then just a fucking swarm of bees goes up.
Bee delivery.
Just bait the bee swarm. Yeah.
I'm
We're
sure
literally
Restaurant.
kiting.
Are you afraid of Uggs?
Do you
forgot
like
the bee.
bees?
There's a bee!
Dear God.
We have some bees for you. Would you like some bees?
Just bee.